And hello, everyone. This is Woody Collins with Congo Helping Hands, and we are here to talk about the Congo. And we are going full circle. At least I have went full circle today. I started out this morning. I read an article about how Congo has so much arable land, that is land that could be uh, developed into agriculture, and they could actually feed uh, everybody in the Congo, and also they could feed a lot of Africa. However, they are not using that arable land, and it's causing a problem. And the people starving. Mostly children, because they're adults. They have a tendency to eat first, and then whatever's left, they will pass that on to their children. So after reading that article, I didn't think much of it. I posted it on Facebook. So at the end of this broadcast, I will post it on all the so that you can actually read it. But I didn't think much of it. I've seen it before and talked about it before. That Congo is really wasting a lot of arable land that could be feeding people. And then the second thing that I didn't think much of it again was I was invited to go out to a nutrition clinic, and it was at one of the health centers where the uh, the nuns, the health center personnel were providing food for young children who were, malnourished and so forth. So we went out there and looked at that, looked at the kids, and the doctor that I was with, she provided a uh, some eggs for them to as a source of protein to be put into uh, their meals so that they can at least have some proteins and things like that, which was a brilliant idea. And Dr. Mehta, she's been doing that for a while, and I thought, oh, that's great. Still in connect my earlier article with the work that she's doing. Finally, I got home and not home, but I was uh, sitting around late afternoon, and it really got dark and gloomy, and it started raining again. And immediately I said, "Man, it is really raining a lot here." I didn't think that we were still in rainy season, but found out later, yeah, we're still in the rainy season. So everything is green, everything is growing. However, no food is growing. So I thought all that water is going to waste that could be people could have crops and like in some parts of Africa last year, they had severe droughts in Kenya and different places, and they wanted to grow, but they couldn't grow because they didn't have sufficient rain. But the Congo has been blessed with a lot of rain that they can have uh, two growing seasons because the rainy season actually lasts that long that they can have two growing seasons. So finally, all that as I was sitting home this evening, I was thinking about, hmm, that's three things that pointing to agriculture, food, and the food crisis. Because one of the things with the food crisis going on now, it's not a declared crisis, but people really having a difficult time buying food. Food prices have went up 3 and 4 times the normal cost that it would cost people to buy food. And so we know that, and you would know that if you had to spend 4 times as much for food, a lot of things are going to be cut back and you're not going to have food. And food is, especially the staples like cassava, corn that they put in everything, that it is sky high. It's just it's unaffordable to most of the people. They're eating so less of it, and that's why the kids are being malnourished. So you put all that together. Here's a country with arable land. They should be growing stuff. Children are being, subjected to malnutrition and stunning and everything. And the prices are going up. Plus, it's raining, and you're getting a lot of water that you could be watering your crops and all that kind of stuff. Why is Congo in this situation? So I just had to ask somebody, and they uh, uh, kind of gave me the the answer in a long way, saying this earlier this year, the food agency was passing out food to people because of they had some disturbances and civil wars and everything. So they were passing out food. Well, what has happened is either the people did not have sufficient time to plant or they decided not to plant. Uh, a lot of people saying is, yeah, they had time to plant, but when people were giving them food, they decided not to plant. And so, as a result, people here in the city who doesn't have the sufficient lands to grow crop, they were depending on the farmers to produce that, and it's not being produced. So that's the situation here in Kananga. Uh, there is in other parts of the country, they have sufficient food, but just here, and because of the lack of transportation, you can't easily move food from one area to another. So we're just here in a starvation area where it's going to get worse because you know people don't have money to buy what scarce food that is available. So, in a roundabout way to say it is a food crisis here. Thank you all for coming on again today. And if you have any questions, please drop them to me. And also look for that article about the arable land that's in the Congo that they're not using, that they can not only have enough food for themselves, but they can have enough food throughout Africa. But thank you all again. It's been Woody Collins with Congo Helping Hands, and we will keep up the effort and make the effort and be here tomorrow at the same time again. So thank you all. We'll talk with you later.